Hello everyone and welcome back to Zoo Crafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are here in one of the most beautiful of all of our exhibits in Zoodesia Zoo, the hummingbird and chameleon exhibit, and isn't it just gorgeous? Every time we come in here my breath is just taken away again because look at how pretty it is. So many flowers and we've got hummingbirds zipping all around us. Oh, and look, there's a chameleon! There's a chameleon! Oh my gosh! Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see what he's being. He's currently being a plank of wood. So here we have one of the beautiful veiled chameleons that we have in our exhibit. There's little hummingbirds going all over the place. They're able to eat from these beautiful hummingbird feeders, which I really like that we have set up everywhere. The area is kept nice and moist by our sprinkler system that makes sure to constantly mist the area so that it's perfect for hummingbirds to enjoy a refreshing little drink, and perfect for our mini chameleons. And I assure you there's like 4 or 5 of them in here. But they're just really hard to see doesn't that sound silly? You think this guy would be easy to find. But I swear, every time I come in here and I'm like, where are, see, there's another one. He was being a fern. I like you. You were being a fern. Are you going to be a fern now too? Oh, what color is he changing? Look at him go. Look at him go. Is he being grass? Oh, he's so cute. I love him. I love him. Oh, and you can hear our parrot. We do indeed have a parrot in here, and I want to be adding more parrots. There's another chameleon. See what I mean? They're everywhere if you start looking around. Like, you really start getting surprised and stumbling on them. There's another one. He's gonna go be a little fern or a dirt block. Oh, they're so cute. They are so cute, you guys. I love this exhibit. It is so much fun to be in. Oh my gosh, and I just noticed there's a paper tree up there. I'm sure I've noticed that before, but every time it just surprises me. There's a paper tree, there's a paper tree. But yes, so we are over here because we are getting ready to work on a new part of the zoo, you guys. So today I wanted to at least take a peek at the area beyond the hummingbird and the chameleon exhibit where we are going to be putting some bats, because we have our Asian River Cave exhibits, our Asian River Cave tunnel, and I want to be putting some cave exhibits in there that include things like amazing bats, and bats is on the list of exhibits that we're going to try to work on next. And oh my goodness, there's some exciting news when it comes to that. Ooh, I don't want to step on the maggot. That's the chameleon food there. Okay, let's come in. Let's come in. I've been doing a little bit of preliminary digging with our lovely Lily and handsome Tate boy, and we have been trying to get some of this area just dug out a little bit so we can figure out what we're going to do over here. If you guys remember, this is the tunnel. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. Because you guys are, you aren't just guests. You are zoo planners and designers. You are here day after day helping us to design the zoo. So many of your ideas have become things that we do here in the zoo. So that's why you're in on it. You guys are in on all of the building, all of the construction, all of the success stories, and of course the sad bad luck times too. But that's why I'm showing you in so much detail. Nope, little hummingbird, don't you dare go in there. Asian River and Cave exhibits is gonna be in here. So I gotta wait for the hummingbirds to back up. All right. So this is going to be like your check room where you come in and you look around. We're going to have a sign. It's like, please make sure no hummingbirds have tried to escape with you. And I kind of want to decorate this area with some flowers, I think. Maybe put like a little garden down here. And maybe have some stalagmites and stalactites in here. Some stalagmites coming up from the ground, if you guys remember from our cave lessons. And stalactites holding tight to the ceiling. So maybe putting some of those over in here. And then in here, I want you to be able to come in and just go, wow! Because this is going to be where we're going to have all sorts of extra exhibits for our Asian River area. And this wall right here, I actually want to turn entirely into a river exhibit. So you'll walk down the path. I'm going to get this little piece of gravel out of the way. There's salt! I need that! Come to me, salt! Oh dear. Alright. Oh, is there more salt? More salt? Oh, whoa! Hello! What do we have here? I found a little salt deposit under the ground. And what else did I pick up? Ooh, an amber shard. Nice. I love mining. It's been forever since we've been mining too. It's kind of surreal to start mining again. But there's going to be a nice little pathway, and then you've got the water because there's going to be a big glass aquarium here. And the glass aquarium is going to stretch from here, wrap around, and go down there. And I'm going to put things like Asian carp, Asian fish, maybe if we're lucky, we can put in like a giant salamander. If I can ever figure out something that would look like a giant salamander, we'll put a giant salamander in one of these exhibits down here. So like this whole wall is going to be turned into this beautiful water aquarium exhibit that I'm pretty excited about. And then over here, where Lily and Tate are helping me try to sniff out some caves is where I want to start putting our bat exhibits. And oh my gosh, you guys. So you may remember that we had a bat exhibit. We had a bat exhibit, the brown bat, the big brown bat exhibit back in the old world. And that was pretty exciting learning about the big brown bat, one of the largest bats in the world. But I had no idea how little I knew about bats. So when I was looking up what kind of bat we could potentially add into this exhibit, you know what I found? So much information about bats. It turns out bats are the second most common mammal in the entire world. So the entire world, bats are the second most common species. Did you know that? I had no idea. There are over 1,300 species of bats. That just blew my mind. I was like, what? I had no idea there were so many bats. I knew bats are pretty important because bats are actually essential pollinators. They help to reduce insect populations and keep down dangerous pest insects by the hundreds. They eat a lot of insects every single day, Lily and Tate. Speaking of eating, I should probably feed you too. Got a little bit of chicken, rice, and blueberry for them. So what I got to thinking is that bats, they're kind of pretty misunderstood. A lot of people are afraid of bats. They think that they're going to fly in their hair. They think that all bats have rabies, and that's just not fair. So I got to thinking what might be kind of fun to do and what might be something that's very good for our zoo is instead of making a bat cave, like 1 or 2 bat exhibits, I want to make bat caverns. I want to make it so that we have information about tons and tons of bat species. So what do you guys think about that? All right, I'm going to put this right there. There we go. So instead of having just one exhibit where you can come in and maybe see one bat, maybe we'll have vampire bats. There's usually let me discuss some of the basic types of bats so that you guys can get an idea of what I'm trying to talk about here. Basically, Lily and Tate, you can have some of the bats who focus on eating insects. Those are extremely common. And you have bats who focus on eating fruit. So fruit bats, or flying foxes, as they are also known as. We're just going to remove all this limestone right here. Or you can also have bats that have more specialized diets, like say the vampire bat, Lily and Tate, which drinks blood, as many creatures do. So when you think, oh my gosh, this is a bat that drinks blood, that's so scary. Don't forget, a lot of creatures drink blood. Ticks drink blood. There's several different species that will drink blood, including humans. Don't forget, humans drink blood. A lot of cultures have blood sausage, blood pudding. Those are really, really common foods in human society, and blood is actually super nutritious. I'm not advocating going out and serving yourself up a vampire side dish tonight. I'm just saying that it makes sense to use blood as a food, not because it's all creepy and oh my gosh, that's so scary that something would eat blood, but because it is a really good nutrient, source of nutrients. It makes a lot of sense that you're going to try to utilize that nutrient resource if you're an animal looking to find a way to sustain your life. And if you're going to evolve to chase blood, well, pretty much everything, all the creatures have blood. So it's kind of a pretty smart way to evolve, if you ask me. So they're not that scary, but I feel like bats are really misunderstood. And with over 1,300 species of bats in the world, many of which are really losing hold of their ground right now. There's actually a fruit bat slaughter going on right now that's really, really sad. We could talk about that a little bit because raising awareness over it's probably pretty important. There are, like I said, vampire bats, which are actually one of the only bats, Lily and Tate, that can hop around. They can crawl on the ground. And I actually saw them doing that at the zoo that I was visiting a couple weeks ago now. I think it was a few weeks ago in North Carolina. At the North Carolina Zoo, they have vampire bats. And when we went, they were feeding the vampire bats. So the vampire bats had these tiny little petri dishes on the ground that had some fresh blood in it. And the vampire bat flew down, and then it surprised us because then it got on its legs. It just got on its legs and its little hands, and it kind of hop crawled. They do this funny little kind of hunchbacked hop crawl towards their food, and then he was so excited. He was just sniffing all over the place and licking the ground where a little bit of water had spilled, and he was not dancing, but he was just kind of walking around in circles over his little petri dish of blood that he was going to eat. And it was actually kind of endearing, especially because the blood wasn't it wasn't from us or wasn't from an animal. It was just in a petri dish, so it wasn't alarming either. Oh, look at this beautiful fluorite, and there's more fossils. But yeah, so there's lots and lots of species of bats. They're super important. They're really misunderstood. There's actually a fungus that is killing a bunch of the bat species in the United States. Some of you guys have probably heard of it before, the white nose fungus. A lot of issues going on. And the thing is, people don't know. You know how important bees are by now, I hope. And I'm going to look around for a cavern. I'm actually trying to find a cavern in here so we can try to like naturally grow the cave so it doesn't look so boxy. So what I normally do is I'll remove all the limestone, and then when you remove all the limestone, what's left is kind of like this cool natural cave look. And I'm gonna try to see if we have maybe a cavern. Ooh, that's really pretty, whatever that is up there. But I'm gonna try to see if we have like some sort of cavern nearby, because I want to make this area nice and big. So that's what I'm doing right now while I'm talking about bats. But what I would really love to do is just have tons and tons of bat exhibits. So what I would love you guys to do is see if you can find out about a bat and find out about an interesting species that you think would be a really good one to have exhibits for. And instead of doing 1 or 2 bat exhibits, like I've been saying, I want to do like entire bat caverns where you can come in and we can show the huge diversity in bats and why they are so important, how they are essential pollinators just like the bees. That's what I was saying a second ago. So bees, pretty much everyone knows how vital they are by now. Without bees, we're not going to have any of our produce. Like human agriculture on its modern mass scale would completely collapse. We're going to start starving to death. It's like a big, mega, bad, big baddie deal. Like you don't have food if you don't have bees. It doesn't happen. You're going to starve to death. It's going to be bad times. But what people don't realize is that bees are the day shift. The night shift are the bats, and they do the same work. They pollinate the trees, they pollinate all the food that we're gonna eat. They keep the pest down too. So what bats do that bees actually don't do is that they will keep the pest levels down. And by that I mean they eat insects. And when they eat insects, they eat a lot of insects, you guys. When bats go like to town, they go to town. They eat so many insects, and they're on the wing, so a lot of insects can't get away from them. And with their powerful abilities of doing like echolocation, they're able to track down like insects that other creatures aren't able to reach. They're kind of like, you know how good birds are at finding insects when they're on the wing, so are bats. So they're super important. So I was thinking that I have fallen in love with bats from what I have learned, and I want to turn this whole place like pretty much. You come in and you have like the Asian river exhibits over here. And then I wouldn't mind like a nice, maybe a dining area, maybe some waterfall, just something really relaxing over here. In fact, I could see like a waterfall down here and then like a nice pond and then maybe like a little fake river that looks like it's going into this exhibit and like glass and maybe some fish swimming under it. So you can walk over and be like, ooh, Asian carp. Wow. Ooh, koi fish. Ooh, or maybe like koi fish, you know, like, ooh, so pretty. And then I would love a hallway or something over here. I'm starting to get ideas, you see. A nice hallway or something on this side where you can come in and it would just be like exhibit after exhibit of different types of bats. And you might think, oh, Seri, that's just going to be a lot of dark, like boring caves. No, they come in all sorts of like places. Bats come in all sorts of forms. They're going to be like bats like the flying fruit bat who loves to hang out in trees, who lives in trees. There's going to be bats that are like exclusive to deserts. In fact, there's many desert species of plants that can't survive without bats because bats are their only pollinator and seed dispersal like mechanism. So they're super duper important. Oh my gosh, and actually you guys, Lily, Tate, Mom just remembered. I'm so excited about bats today. I'm hardly getting anything done. I'm sorry. But I just remembered there was a really amazing report that there is a rare species of frog that depends entirely on bats for its survival because the frog eats insects that breed exclusively in bat guano. So bat guano, for those of you who don't know, is bat poop. So that's how important bats are. Like their poop, which is actually a very important ecological, believe it or not, it's like a really important ecological resource. Hey, there's my pretty gems. What the heck is this? Ooh, like a different kind of limestone. I like it. Let's see if we have anything over here. I really want to break into like a big cave and just be like, yes, and this can be the main headquarters of the bat caverns. But I'm not finding anything just yet. Phooey bucket, Lily and Tate. I'm gonna eat a little spice bun while I talk about bats. But yeah, that is, what was I saying, Lillian Tate? Oh yeah, that's how important bats are. Bat guano is bat poop. It's actually used as fertilizer in a lot of countries. It used to be used as a main ingredient in makeup. Like, wow, yeah, I want to powder your face with a little bit of bat poop, eh? And it's really, really important for some farming communities. So even bat poop is important. So there's a lot of reasons that this little creature, which is so misunderstood, is so important. And they come in, like I said, deserts. You're going to find them in tropical areas. You're going to find them in caves. You're going to find them in jungles. Ooh, look at all the pretty things. Man, it has been so long since we've just like dove into an area and just done some caving. So even though we might be building the bat caverns like in a cave system, we would have like tropical jungle biomes. We would have areas where it would just be really pretty, like really pretty deserts. And so you would walk in, you'd like turn the corner and you'd be like, oh, I'm expecting more caves. Boom! It would be like a big desert exhibit. Really nice, big, pretty desert exhibit with some desert bats and telling you how important, maybe like, here's the desert bats, here are the like rare cacti that only grow because of these bats. So those are that's my all about bats spiel, because I got really excited the more I learned about bats. So this little itty bitty kind of project where I was like, yeah, let's just throw in a bat exhibit into this cave, this should be fine, has clearly evolved into something much, much bigger. And we're not going to do all of it right now because there's going to be, out of 1,300 species of bats, I need to pick some. And so I want your guys' help at figuring out the ones that you think should really stand out, like the fruit bat, which is also known as the flying fox, like I mentioned before, vampire bat, the bumblebee bat, which is one of the smallest species of bats, you know, doing the biggest species of bats, just highlighting some of the most important ones or ones that live in really unique ecosystems. I think that would be really fun. So that's my thoughts on bats, you guys. And this is the beginning of what I hope to be our bat caverns. I don't know where it'll go. I don't know what it'll do, but I think it's going to be pretty fun. And I actually enjoyed like the soothing relaxingness of just stopping for a moment and doing a little bit of mining. It's been a long time since we've done just a little bit of mining. Not to mention I'm grateful for the salt so that I can take it back to the kitchen, because today's also Zoo Kitchen Day. But alright, so it's going to be a long time, I think, before we really manage to tackle the bat exhibit the way I want to, but at least we kind of have an idea of where we're going to lay it out. So we have other exhibits and things to work on for now, Lillian Tate, including I want to take you guys on a quick tour so you can see some of the updates that are going on in the world elsewhere. So Saturday special, we're going to go on a bit of a world tour because there are all sorts of amazing new national parks and things being built, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy what we have to see. And let's just take a quick peek. I'll bring Lillian Tate with me. Let's take a quick peek at the tigers just to kind of finish things off, because the Asian forest exhibits are what we are going to be working on next. We are going to be working, hopefully, with a special set of researchers who are trying to rescue some red pandas. And I want to add a Gouldian finch exhibit because Papa was so awesome as to give us some of our Gouldian finches. And, you know, that little, like, pineapple stand, or should it be a pineapple stand, or should it be a tiger gift shop? I think it should be a tiger gift shop. Oh my goodness, do we have something coming up? And look at our tigers. Oh, they're doing so good. Yes. They seem pretty content in here, even though I don't have a keeper for them yet. So I would love to get a keeper for them too. So yeah, we're going to start doing some work in the Asian forest area next, where we are going to be marking off spots to build a Gouldian finch aviary, and those are the finches that I have personally, and I love them. You can see them in my vlogs. I love my finches. And we're going to be putting in the red panda. So those are the things that are coming up next, you guys. I can't wait, and I hope I can have your help at picking out a few amazing species of bats for our eventual bat caverns, because I think that would be a really fun educational exhibit, educational builds. It would be awesome. So I will see you guys later. Let me know what your favorite bat is down in the comments below, and we shall adventure and continue our work tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.